Welcome back to Long John Silver's Wire to Wire. Our Sitco leaderboard, top North American females as Azeri moves past Asina now. Number 7 on the list, but the good news for Azeri, all the horses ahead of her have been retired, so a win in the Breeders' Cup Distaff, she will take some giant steps up that list. And we get in now to baby talk as we look at some promising 2-year-olds who are starting to make some headlines.
And we have some really outstanding horses to take a look at, horses that will make a name for themselves. We're going to go in chronological order. Start July 23rd at Del Mar. For the second career start of this horse, Attack Alert, owned by Jim Mackingale, trained by Bob Baffert, $110,000 purchase. Lost his first start by only 3/4 of a length, but he wins this one by 3 after fighting for the lead early. Buyer speed figure of a 90. He's a son of Souvenir Copy out of Hurricane Alert. Hurricane Alert wasn't much of a racehorse, but she's a half-sister to the $1.5 million winner Fly Till Dawn. Stay at Del Mar, July 27th, third race. This is huge. Half bridled. You're going to see her come into the picture on the outside, rallying from last place. A daughter of Unbridled out of Half Queen, who is a half-sister to Lou Ravi. This one's trained by Richard Mandela. She won her debut by 4.5 lengths under Julie Crone, and Mandela very high on Half Bridled, and you can see why. Del Mar, August the 2nd. 2 horses to look at here. It's in front is Siphonizer. Cooperation is going to make a run at Siphonizer. Both were first-time starters. Siphonizer was son of Siphon, owned by B. Wayne Hughes, trained by Richard Mandela. And Cooperation was a Bob Baffert first-time starter, another Mattress Mac horse. Siphonizer wins by 3/4 of a length, buyer of an 86, and may run in the Best Pal. August the 3rd at Del Mar. Baffert was really high on this one. Victory USA from the first crop of sire Victory Gallop out of the mare Fordyce, who's another one of those good Loblolly stable fillies who's retired and has done so well. Victory USA, a $525,000 2-year-old, 84 buyer speed figure owned by Tom Van Meter. What a future she's got. And this one, Daydreaming at Saratoga, July the 27th. She was back in the pack early. Watch this final 1/8 of a mile. She wins by 7 1/4, trained by Shook McGahee. She was 18-1 in her debut. She's a daughter of A.P. Indy out of the Mr. Prospector mare Get Lucky. Ogden Mills Phipps, the owner, Shook the trainer.
Names to remember in baby talk. Well, Chris Lincoln has something like 7.3 billion frequent flyer miles, so he secured an upgrade and he headed from West Virginia straight to Chicago to put together a preview of the Arlington Million.
Welcome to Arlington Park. Here outside Chicago, Illinois, to my mind, still the most beautiful race course in the world, and the site this Saturday of one of the great international turf festivals. 3 Grade 1s, the Beverly D for the fillies, the Arlington Million, the world's first $1 million thoroughbred race, now in its 21st running, and the Secretariat for 3-year-olds. A big carryover from last year's hosting of the Breeders' Cup for Arlington, as we found out from their chairman, Dick Duchossois.
Chris, it had a tremendous impact. I've been over in Europe, and I've had so many people saying, we want to come back to Arlington. They enjoyed being here. They had good racing here. They've seen a magnificent facility, and they wanted to come over. This year, we're going to have more horses from Europe than we've ever had before at any of them since 1981 when we first started.
And that 1981 event was historic because it was the world's first $1 million thoroughbred race. And what a race, as John Henry and Bill Shoemaker on the outside just caught the Bart at the wire to win the first $1 million. The week-long Million celebration began this past Sunday with human runners as the track hosted the first Arlington Park Run to the Million Half Marathon and Family Fun Walk. The charity event attracted more than 1,200. Horses from around the world started arriving for the festival last week. Racing Secretary Frank Gabriel is thrilled with the field.
Absolutely, Chris. We've got eight Europeans participating in the Arlington Million this year, which is the most we're going to ever have in the history of the Million, which is great.
Talk about some of the headlines.
Well, of course, the #1 for us is Soleimani, second in the King George, a Group 1 winner in Dubai, and just a top-class horse. His third rated in the world-class ratings right now in the turf division. Olden Times, K-Tour, Group 1 winners. This is a strong field. Paolini travel around the world, been here last year, so we've got a strong group of international participants.
And the American horses that defend their turf.
Well, there's 5, and they're 5 solid horses. Of course, Storming Home, which we believe is the best North American horse right now in the turf division. Perfect Drift. And just a basically Perfect Soul from Canada representing them here. We really have a good field. The Tin Man, who got beat only almost like a length and a half here in the Breeders' Cup Turf last year at Arlington. So it's a good group of horses.
Arlington Park is up over 5% in attendance this meet and more than 10% since the movie Seabiscuit came out July 25th. Adding to the action Saturday will be a unique Pick 4 bet.
It's going to start with our Beverly D 8th race. We're going to go 8, 9, and 10, guaranteed $250,000. And that Pick 4 is made up of 3 Grade 1 races, so it's going to be a great wager, and I think we're going to see a lot of support for it.
And the Arlington Million is the next stop on the road to the World Thoroughbred Championships, powered by Tots. What a show. 3 live races. The Million, the Beverly D, and the Alabama. Spoken for, it goes for that $2 million Triple Tiara bonus. But she will have to face Birdtown, join Randy Moss and Kenny Mayne Saturday at 5 Eastern. And to kind of complement our coverage on ESPN Classic, we'll relive some of the great Million memories, plus the Alabama Stakes. What a great history there from 1872 until present. And, of course, the Best Pal. We'll see that on Sunday as Randy catches a plane and joins me out at Del Mar. It will feature 2-year-old Perfect Moon, who won the Hollywood Juvenile. Join us on Sunday at 5. And, of course, for more information on that, just go to ESPN.com and click on Horse Racing. We're not done here. When we come back, Azeri looks to keep her 10-race winning streak intact. It's our Race of the Week.
Wire to Wire is brought to you by Long John Silver's new buckets of crunchy shrimp. Citgo, we know you. NTRA.com. For official Seabiscuit merchandise, log on to NTRA.com. Equibase.com, your official online source for racing information, from entries to results and everything in between. Equibase.com is a service of Equibase Company, the thoroughbred industry's official database.
Next week on Long John Silver's Wire to Wire, Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern. That's the first airing. You'll want to join us. We'll preview the Travers and look back on the Arlington Million. And as promised, our bucket of crunchy shrimp. And it's kind of like popcorn. I wanted to watch the Race of the Week and have something to eat. So
How new is this bucket of crunchy shrimp?
I picked it up late last night. It's been in the fridge. It's still good.
You can have it. Okay.
Right into the Clement Hirsch.
Clement Hirsch, Azeri, of course, 10 wins in a row, and she was the heavy favorite. This was Sunday, Del Mar.
And away they go. 4-5 broken a perfect line. Azeri from the inside gate going straight to the lead. Sister Girl Blues is going to take second. Got Coco going to drop in behind them. Then came Tropical Blossom, and Angel Gift from the outside gate drops back last, 6 lengths off them. Into the first turn they go, and Azeri's going to set her own pace. She's racing 4 horses off the rail. Azeri just going a sensible pace, not flying, but they're certainly not crawling either. Azeri now bounding along to lead it by 1.5 lengths. Sister Girl Blues is tracking in second. Got Coco scrapes the paint in third. Just behind her comes Tropical Blossom, who's 3.5 off them, and on the outside is Angel Gift. Down the backstretch they go, and Mike Smith has to be happy with proceedings here. Azeri's just loping along nicely, takes them along by 1 length. In second is Sister Girl Blues. Angel Gift on the outside. Got Coco now coming to put pressure on down at the rail, and Tropical Blossom, only 3 lengths, covers them all. Past the half mile in the Clement L. Hirsch, and it's still Azeri. They're trying to take early shots at her now. Got Coco's coming to try to get on terms with her. Angel Gift on the outside. Between them, Sister Girl Blues in the black and Tropical Blossom. They're all in a line for second. 5/16 of a mile to go, and Azeri now kicks on for home. Azeri 1.5 lengths. Got Coco's running her heart out in second. Tropical Blossom on the outside third. They turn for home, and Azeri is asked to go on with it. She does so willingly. Azeri now opening up 2.5 lengths on them. Got Coco, Tropical Blossom plugging away second and third, but it's Azeri just striding home comfortably out here. A 1/16 of a mile to go, and this certainly is one true champion. The daughter of Jade Hunter, Azeri, and Mike Smith cantering home in the Clement L. Hirsch.
Azeri cruises going wire to wire. She has now won 11 straight, all of those against graded company. She's 5 shy of the record of 16 in a row held by Cigar and Citation. She's won 14 of 15 lifetime and nearly $3 million. She carried 127 pounds, giving away 9 to 18 to the competition. On board, as usual, was Mike Smith.
Just amazing. She was a lot like she was in Breeders' Club, very calm, cool, collected. The whole time in the gate, she was the same way. And every time she would even get a whiff of another horse, she would just jump in the bridle. So I felt very confident all the way around there. I like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Polson and Laura and her crew, and they did a tremendous job with this filly. And just thank them for giving me the opportunity to ride such a great champion. I've never seen nothing like it. Because I looked back there, and I hadn't even hit all of her gears yet. There's so many there. I don't know if I could ever get to the bottom of them.
Azeri, of course, cruising under Mike Smith, but her buyer speed figure only 100. It was the lowest figure she's had in quite a while. Of course, she had no competition, but it could be a sign of vulnerability.
That's the show. We'll see you next week on Wire to Wire.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.